Welcome in, folks. I don't know what's going on here. All I know is that we've got a Left 4 Dead 2 match that actually started on time. Like, it literally started it started a minute before the scheduled time to start it. I'm kind of in shock. Like, I honestly wasn't prepared at all. I was like, okay, perfect. What's going on here? I was like, oh, perfect. You know, I'm going to get in there. There's going to be like, 10, 15 minutes for me to set up my stream, for me to get everything ready. No problem. No. They're in here. They're fighting each other. These two teams are fighting each other. I don't even know. It looks like the enemy team got wiped in the safe room. No, they didn't. But they only got about 250 points. Rochelle is not able to get the clear. This guy is going to be able to jockey carry him all the way through. Rochelle still runs all the way through the spit. We got Montex in the house. Bienvenidos, Montex. I was just saying these teams showed up on time. I'm shocked. They're actually ready to play at 6:30 at the scheduled time. It's incredible. Look at this. Look at this. No, don't do it to him. He's gonna do it to him. God, oh my God. We've definitely got a match on our hands. This is gonna be a fun one. I can tell you, what is this, bro? What is this? What is this server, dude? They did the absolute most. What? What is this, bro? Are you kidding me? What? This is... I almost said something very politically insensitive about someone's initials that are CK that I literally don't feel even safe saying on the broadcast. I was gonna say that this is what happened to CK's soul. It rose to heaven just like that. Okay, yeah, we got the match on our hands here. It's gonna be 121 points to Low Save Z, 262 to Disappeared Beyond Return. Rocking with my buddy Montex here for the BloodFest tournament. Certainly one way to do it. That's certainly one way to do it. And now we are able to bring y'all the actual spec HUD, which is wonderful. We get to show y'all everything. We get to show y'all the score. We get to show y'all the ammo. Nothing paywalled, you know. Just good old L42 Competitivo Servidora. Okay. Okay. Jeez. Chill, dude. All right. Oh, the bait out into the DC. Okay. It's as good a time as ever to go ahead and introduce our teams. For Low Save Z, that's what I've been calling them. Low Save Z. We've got Easy. We've got Z. We've got Iconic. And we got Suck. As for Disappeared Beyond Return, we got Hoako. Isn't that a Portuguese name? We've also got LCK. My favorite League of Legends division, besides the LPL. The LPL is decidedly better. Sorry, it's more fun. But LCK is a close second. We've got Jask as well. The very Russian vibe name. We've also got Tempo. And I've got to ask, I'm looking at all these Peruvian players with green ping. They've got the Verde. Pinga de Verde. ¿Por qué? How is it possible? Are we in a Peru server? Are we currently locked and loaded into a Peru server right now? The L4D2 Competitivo? Looks like ping balance is not really on the menu. I was wrong about it being a Portuguese name because Hoako is connecting from Peru. Connecting from Peru with orange ping though, so maybe this isn't Peru. Maybe this is Miami server. All right, folks, let's get into it here. Smoker, Jockey, Charger, and a Boom. Definitely going to be hoping for big boom value. I'm sorry, big charge value. We'll watch. I was gonna say we'll watch our lead shotgun player, but let's actually watch our. Let's watch Rochelle. Let's watch our second shotgun player. Because she's gonna be the one who's hoping to clear the smoker, trying to protect Nick as they go out. This isn't gonna be a hunter skeet because there's no hunter on the menu, and she's actually gonna end up leading the way. But she does wait. Charge or missing. I felt like that was a wide open charge opportunity for low save Zed, but they don't take advantage of it. Still getting 6% out thanks to some slow clears. The boomer vision not helping at all. Smoker going back into spectator. I do believe, well, actually I don't know what died last. Obviously I know Smoker died the very last. As for what else died, I'm not sure. I don't think Boomer died third. I think Jockey Smoker died last. Which is going to lead us to a 2-2 Charger Hunter on the stairwell, which is perfect for what they want. I've got a 5-hour energy that I'm desperately trying to open. Just abs. I'll put it near the mic. You can hear me desperately try to open it. Please. I've been trying to open it for about 3 minutes now. Just total desperation mode here. Me versus this small bottle. And I'm losing. Oh, I'm getting it. Listen. Oh my goodness. Absolutely disgusting. Okay.
Let's try that door.
Easy is LERP 100. His team sends it, but Easy is not ready, and now the spitter's up. Absolute disaster of a hit. What is this Source TV camera? Dude, what is going on? Well, DBR have managed to slow it down so much that Safe Zed is still going to get a hit here.
Reloading. Stay with me. That mall's just up ahead.
It's a huge hit. I have absolutely no idea why DBR did not just run through, other than they felt bad. Smoke will no good. Charge comes in. Gonna be able to grab him. Spit gets popped. These SIs are... Okay. Okay. What's the plan here? Door gets open. Tank hunting him down. Split 2-2. Now he's in a rough spot. Goes for an E-Rock. Awkward. I press the E button again myself and start controlling the Source TV camera. Double smacks. Nice little rock as he slows down the tempo. Smoke can't get hunted down. That's what Ellis is trying to do, but in the meantime, the tank is not dying. This guy is getting hunted to death, which Sock is going to do a good job of just locking down. Absolutely silly tank here. The Hunter is going to get cleared. Jazz, is he going to go for the grind out? Dude, this was a huge mistake from DBR, I feel like. This tank is on 76 HP, and he's allowed the grind out onto Rochelle. Just abysmal decision-making there. Absolutely tragic moment for our tank. Not for our tank. Absolutely amazing moment for our tank. Tragic moment for the survivors to slow down the tempo there. They totally could have gotten a pickup. Instead, no pills. 2 of them bleeding out. 1 player dead. And I think we can still see him, actually. We can go ahead and check him out. We can see her just, you know, just flying through the sky. Jockey trying to hop over, but he fails it. He still goes for it. LCK is just, look at this. What is this hit, bro? We are playing Cetapug. This is unranked Cetapug. We get a pause, and honestly, I think that this pause is well-deserved. I think both teams need to take a moment and think about what they're doing with their lives. They need to think, when is the last time that they have drank water? They need to think, what's going on here? What exactly is happening here? I mean, Nick was literally off in La La Land. I don't know if he was going to see the Hat Man. Maybe he ate a whole sleeve of Benadryl and was hallucinating and seeing spiders all over his teammates, and so he felt like he had to walk the other way. I wouldn't dare get into the mind of where LCK was right in that moment. But I do know it's very problematic. I mean, low safe Zed not taking advantage of it, so who cares? He's certainly regrouped now. Kind of. Looks like we're ready to get back into it. Whoops.
We got to go. Watch out. Hazmat, guys. Reload.
A tri-cap is ready. Looks like they're going to wait for Iconic. They're going to let them across the stairwell. And we've got the quad. DBR going to have to deal with the quad in the hands of low safe Zed. I like the positioning from them. They back it up. They clear out the commons. They're not in a... I mean, they do have 2 players bleeding out with no pills. So they are in a rush, but they realize if we just don't get tri-capped here, we can keep going and we can keep getting points. Charger missing. Jockey dead. Tri-cap impossible at this point. And low save Zed has completely flubbed it. He's... thought he was still going to eat that, but he doesn't. Smoker dies off way late here, too. Just in time for us to get the boom sack. Okay, they sack boom hunt. I'm sorry, boom smoke. Which is, traditionally, that's a great sack. I should start saying that more. That's a great sack. But I don't know if low save Zed is going to recognize that this is a great sack. You know, maybe they're going to take more of a heterosexual approach to this. Okay, they're going to hold on to the spitter, which I think is a great decision It's just going to be the tri-cap with a spitter. They're not going to get too fancy with it and start thinking, oh, I got to send a quad. I got to get a quad. I got to kill off the spit to get the quad. They're just going to go with the 3-cap with spit, try to get players down. Spit spread will be great. They're sending it fast, though. And the hunter's picked. And the jockey lands on the head, but where's the charge going to go? Okay. I mean, what is this? What about here? If you hit here, you would have literally give them like 5 extra points of distance. And you would have hit at a way better spot. I understand that low save Zed wants tempo, obviously. But this isn't the best way to get it. They're actually gonna... I guess this makes sense. Alright, I gotta stop doing that.
Alice, come on, man.
They're just trying to get full distance. They're going to end the round right here. They're going to get their full distance locked in. They recognize that they can't proceed any further in the chapter. And they're going to be happy with 666 or 668, 670. I fucking keep pressing the button. I'm sorry. 676 is ultimately what they're going to be able to rack in as they do go for the full distance. And you got to hand it to them. DBR losing a player in the first 20% of the chapter, and they managed to make 60% with just the 3 of them. I would say it's more of a shortcoming or shortfalling from low save Zed, but it's still something that DBR is going to be able to carry away with them, that they were able to get all that extra distance in that they really didn't necessarily deserve. And, you know, at this point, we've been casting a lot of dead center. We've been casting a lot of dead center. And I can tell you right now that the survivors do not progress past right here. There's just absolutely no way that the survivors are progressing through right here. I know it looks like they're continuing to land their skeets and land their shots and this and that. It's just not going to happen. Go ahead if you want to get yourself something to drink, get yourself a snack, whatever you got to do. We got another player being airlifted by the power of God, being lifted into heaven. Finally, a Christian Left 4 Dead 2 server. I've been looking for one of these. Buy us for us. Bufu. That's what they say. Bufu. Buy us for us. The Bufu line. Okay. Sock does manage to get this ink cap. They do get the clear onto Jask with the hunt. But they unfortunately they don't realize that this tank only has 100 HP, and they let him pub grind out their 4th player. That was really a dark period for DBR, really a dark moment for them. But they were able to recover, and they didn't get 403 points. They actually got 676. So you got to hand it to them for that. Able to get all those points. And, I mean, probably for this chapter, they're just going to be fine. They're just going to be leading over low save Zed. But we got to see the chapter play out itself. This could be a wipe. You know, there could be even more points going into the advantage of DBR. We got Burp in the house. I feel you.
Let's go kill some zombies.
Smoker repositioning. I actually kind of like this. I mean, it's like every single smoker goes right here. You know, sure, it's a good spot, but is it that good of a spot? Instead, we got way more forward pressure, and it actually works out. We get a double charge. We get plenty of damage. Triple boom on the tail end. Going to add even a couple more percentage points. And, hey, I don't think the smoker did a lot there, but it's doing something. And that's going to be a quarter of the bonus gone. Not the slickest of fashions by Save Zed there. They've got a hit ready. They got the hunt spit. I think we saved this for the stairwell. I don't know. Why are we going in so aggressively? This is kind of silly. Oh, but when the charge is able to pull down into the spit, and the jockey carries around into the spit as well, and the player goes down, and the hunter's ripping away, it kind of makes you think maybe it's not so silly after all. Maybe it was the best thing that they could have possibly done. It really makes you think. It's really the low to mid-level Left 4 Dead 2 matches, cup matches, that make you rethink your very understanding of Left 4 Dead 2 as a game. It makes you think, you know, are there 4 survivors? Maybe there's 5. Maybe there's 3. I don't really know anymore. Does the charger actually exist? Okay, yeah, it does. There it is. Yeah. Okay. Smoker pull down. I mean, it just makes you want, you know what I mean? It's just like, am I playing the same game? Do I actually know anything about this game? It's a very powerful philosophical exercise that makes you doubt your own sanity. It's like a horror game. It's like I'm playing Amnesia: The Dark Descent, but it's a multiplayer game. That's going to be a wipe. 676 to 254. This was a tank. Actually, no, this wasn't a tank. This was just a hit. But it did cap the player. Even though, look at Coach. Coach did his absolute best, bros. You have to give it to Coach. He was like, oh, I'm about to get hit. I'm going to jump up on top of this little railing thing. And that's really that's the best that you can do. I mean, obviously the best would be skeeting the hunter and moving away from the charger. But the best laid plans of Mice and Men here for our boy Sock, Coach, he had the right idea. But where were the clears? Truly. Where were the clears? It's I mean, look at Rochelle. I don't want to call anyone out in specific, but look at Rochelle. Okay. My teammates. That's all I'm going to say about that round, is my teammates. We've got Hellpain hopping in. Is this another sub? We've already had one sub for Low Safe Zed. Do we also have a DBR sub hopping in? They said, okay, these guys are not standing up to us, so we're just going to send in our bad player. We're going to give him a little bit of exposure here to the tournament scene. And it does look like they're swapping in Hellpain. Hunter Smoker 2-2. Not the scariest. 31% tank. Also not very scary. This could be quite a long survivor side for our boys over at DBR. Because I gotta tell you, I think. Also, can we look at the pings really quick? The one really interesting thing is, like, everyone stopped caring about ping balance. No one cares about ping balance at all in these days. Which I kind of agree with. I think if you care about ping, you're probably a pussy. You know? If you're on 250 ping and the other guy's on 50, and you're like, okay, let's balance these, you're probably just a pussy. I'm sorry.
Reloading. Reload. Through here.
Charger, Jockey, Hunter, and a Boom ready to go.
Taking an extra pistol.
Reloading.
Let's get a hunt cam. I don't think we've had a single SI cam this whole time. We're going to get a hunter cam here. Hunter cam sponsored by American Airlines. Try their first class flight. It comes with a free drink. Beautiful. You're definitely getting the job done. Low safe Zed is getting the job done. I mean, that's some great damage for the first 2 hits. Not bad at all. Got him down to 88% roundabout. Iconic. Third tank for low safe Zed. The matches just moved so quickly that it felt like it was won. And yeah, this is a really survivor-sided area. Especially if you're playing around these tables, it's a real pain for the tank to have to deal with this little kiosk area as well. If you start backing it up, though, this could be a little bit more SI favored. But they're gonna go here. Can't blame them too much for it. Going for a rock play. My issue with this is now low save Zed has thrown away the most ideal hit that they had, which was a Smoker Hunter jockey. They literally had the hits, and they tossed it to try to get a rock that they didn't land, and now they're going to have a very unideal hit with a boom, a charge, and something else that they probably don't want that much. Maybe a Hunter. It's a Smoker, which is probably the best thing that they could have hoped for. Early smoke would be warmly welcomed, but instead he is just bringing it in. Boom for 1, unfortunately enough. Iconic. Goes for an E-Rock. Okay, comments. No. Bailalo Rocky. Bailalo Rocky. Bailalo Rocky. And now the Smoker and Charger are up. Just in time. They were looking for the angle, guys. You guys wouldn't get it. Y'all wouldn't get it. They had to find the right angle. They were looking for the right angle there.
Through this door.
Driver here.
Jockey Cam, sponsored by Pepsi, bringing it in. And he's going to bring him down off the boxes, too. Nice tank.
Heads up. Shotgun.
Hey!
Usually this would be a pretty consequential part of the chapter as they approach the event. For some reason, I'm not feeling the same enthusiasm that I typically do. Quad attempt, stumbles, still gets the M2 on the jockey. Charger dies off. Good attempt. All things considered, good attempt by low save Zed. I personally would have loved, and I mean loved, all caps, if they had tried to play around this little escalator right here. But instead, they did send it in. They're not going to have their SIs back up to deal with the escalator hit. And our friends over at DBR are going to be able to walk it forward. Every time I say the phrase DBR, I shudder. I think about shotgunning. Shotgunning a beer and throwing up. But that's a personal issue. That has nothing to do with the team. Hunter's gonna land on the back line. No one cares. Gotta love a good Hunter catch. Jockey from the back. And there it is. LCK gets dragged once more. All the way down he goes. Jockey even trying to reconnect there. Charge comes out. He tried it. Can you blame him? Jockey's still alive. Smoker pull. It will be good. Jockey down. And finally, DBR will be able to progress forward. getting to pretty much the end of the chapter here. They just got to get one more set of escalades. And they should be good to go. We've got a hit ready to come in right now. I'm assuming they just want to send it. They're angling for a hunt spit right now, but they don't send. Eventually, they are going to get a charge up to pair with this, which I think is smart. I would have loved them to just send it there when they got the charger, but they are going to be respectful, and they're going to aim for some rockets as well. No good. Beautiful target focus fire out of DBR. Although in the same hand, there was no other pressure. There was no hunter pulling away pressure from the guns aimed at the charger. There was really nothing going on except for just a charger hopping down. And so it did kind of give DBR a softball that they're able to knock out of the park by just shooting a singular rocket charge and not having to really deal with anything else. And that's why it's so important to send your hits in unison. It's not a 100% of the time rule that you have to do, but obviously it's so much more effective when you're able to protect your high priority target like a charge and able to help facilitate it landing on a target when you send in that hunter at the same time. You know, even if the hunter dies, like, you don't even really care about landing that hunter. If the hunter lands, he gets a tick, and that deals 1 damage. You know, if the charger lands, he connects with the wall, the guy's getting up, the spit's going to be even more powerful. Nice little cheeky smoke pull down, but again, this is the end of the line here. DBR bringing it in, 300 bonus, aiming to get 1,000 points for the chapter. And when you look over at Low Save Zed, that's only gotten 254 points to this point, it leaves them with a lot of ground to have to cover here on their survivor side. Last hit comes in. Stumble on the hunter. Charger laser down once more. Good focus fire. And they are able to lock it in. We got Sino in the house. Welcome in, Sino. Glad you're all enjoying this BloodFest tournament match here so far. It's been nothing but dead center. Well, we did. That's not true. We did have a top 8 for Japan World Cup. That was on Undead Zone. If you're hungry for just like an off the wall Undead Zone match, that's in the past broadcasts on my channel currently. And we also had another cast, I want to say, that was on a different map. But other than that, it's been nothing but dead center. And so far, we have yet to find the elusive. We almost had a very close finale match, but there was so much chaos going on. I don't know who was there for it, but it was like on an old mod. It was on an old Zone mod version. It was on a Miriam server. It just it was kind of awkward. There were 2 tanks out at the same time, and there was a safe room tank as well. So there was a lot of chaos in that one. But as we shift our focus back towards the match at hand, we do see Low Save Zed starting off the match on the right foot forward. You've got to hand that to them. But it's got to be a consecutive thing. It's got to be a series of them landing their shots. And more importantly, not being landed on by the SIs. As they deal with the Jockey Charger Smoker Boom, you know, stuff like multi-charges. Jockeys catching somebody on the upper level while everyone else goes to the lower level. Or Smoker doing the same thing. These are the kind of pitfalls that Low Save Zed is going to have to avoid falling into. And as we see the positioning idiosyncrasies here out of Low Save Zed, they do a crazy, never before seen tech, and it's going to land on the Jockey, Smoker, Charger, 1 smackdown, 2, 3. I mean, they kind of opened themselves up to that one. That was kind of like, that was like an 8-course meal. The survivors had like one of the most elaborate approaches to that choke point that I've ever seen. But it felt a little bit too elaborate as they just eat a raw rock to the dome. You know, you gotta, you know, if you're from that lavish society, then lean into it. But if you're not, Leave it to the others. Leave it to those who are lavish to go for the lavish plays. Another rock to the dome. And Low Save Zed wants to rush him down. They don't want to deal with this tank anymore. They said all the SIs are dead, and they're going to push it up. But now they're being greeted by commons. They're dealing with the commons instead of shooting the tank. And this is an awkward situation. They get double boomed. Tank has the green light here, no doubt. All the commons coming in. We got a hunter, we got a charger. This is the green light here. As look at all the commons come in. Smack into the corner. Gotta avoid the double smacks. 3,800 HP left. Down goes Rowe. Down goes Ellis. As Nick, who's trapped in the corner as well. Hunter's coming in. Charger's coming in. 2,500 HP left. And he is going to be able to finish this off no problem here. A good attempt. Creative to say the least. I like Low Save Zed being creative. But the GGs get called. GGWP coming out for myself as well. As we are going to finish off that match between Low Save Zed and DBR, going in favor of Disappeared Beyond Return. As we watch this tank back, I will be able to pull up the list of upcoming matches for y'all as well. Let's go ahead and get this pulled up on Sunday. We just had our 6:30 match. Oh, it was actually a 6 p.m. match. I guess I got the time wrong there. Looks like our next match, MK is covering at 8:30. I will probably be covering the match at 9. Then we've got 3 matches at 10 and 2 matches at 11. And we've also got more matches on Monday. So what can you expect from me on this channel? You can probably expect a match in 2 hours and a match 2 hours after that. 9 and 11 Eastern time. That's 8 and 10 Peru time. That's probably when you can count on me being back and casting. In the meantime, MK is going to be covering a cast for L'Obscurité on his stream in 1 hour and 20 minutes. So you can tune into that, MKJ13, in 1 hour and 20 minutes. That is going to be kicking off. But for now, I'm out of content to give y'all. I'm going to go ahead and send y'all over to another babysitter over on the Left 4 Dead 2 channel. Find somebody who's playing Zomon. Give y'all some entertainment. I'm going to give y'all some screen time here. Looking for someone.
As with our efforts to replace the first aid kit, replacing the pain pills item was a challenge.
You know what? I'm gonna send y'all over to 3Buy because I like this guy and he's having a good time with some randoms. So I'm gonna go ahead and put y'all on. Y'all have a good time and we'll be back.